Mu Shi swiftly arrived and inquired whether Wu Lin had intentionally injured himself to ensure she became the blacksmith tournament champion. Wu Lin confessed that his opponent had been significantly stronger than him. Mu Shi was relieved to hear that he was unharmed, but she cautioned him to be more careful in the future. As per their agreement, since she had won the championship, she decided to give the prize money to Tang Wulin. While they were discussing this, Xu Liji joined them, enticed by the aroma of food. Wu Lin kindly invited him to join them for a meal. Xu Liji then apologized for forgetting to bring the money that day, acknowledging that if he hadn't, none of these events would have occurred. He also advised Wu Lin not to be angry with big sister Jinglan, as she was generally a kind-hearted person. Xu Liji was also amazed at how quickly Wu Lin's injuries had healed, recognizing the immense power of Ye Xinglan's Star Lord ability. As they continued their conversation, they decided to indulge in many delicious meals together. Suddenly, Xu Liji remembered the true purpose of his visit and decided to showcase his spirit skill. He presented a meat bun to Wu Lin, and as soon as he spoke, the meat bun appeared in his hands. After devouring the meat bun gifted by Xu Liji, Wu Lin's recovery accelerated even further. His body proved to be much stronger than his spirit essence. Sitting in the presence of teacher Wen Zhao, Wu Lin eagerly anticipated the unveiling of one of the Tang sect's best-kept secrets, the controlling crane, capturing dragon technique. His face lit up with fascination as he pondered the immense power behind this legendary art. With a flick of his wrist, the master effortlessly levitated a can from the table, showcasing the unique blend of offense and defense that defined this technique. Wu Lin marveled at the realization that it consisted of two distinct skills, each capable of bestowing incredible spirit power. If mastered, it was said that one could even move mountains. As the master continued to demonstrate, Wu Lin's amazement grew as he witnessed the master levitating himself, soaring through the air. Suddenly, Wu Lin felt a powerful force pulling at his body, rendering him helpless. The master clenched his fist, drawing Tung Wu Lin closer as if preparing to strike. Overwhelmed, Wu Lin pleaded for mercy, realizing the immense power of this technique. The master, curious about Wu Lin's experience, inquired about his feelings. Wu Lin confessed that it felt strange. At that moment, he understood that mastering this technique, along with the Golden Dragon Claw, would make him virtually unbeatable, even against formidable opponents like Ye Xinglan. Impressed by Wu Lin's determination, teacher Wen Zhao decided to impart the foundational knowledge of controlling crane technique. Confirming Wu Lin's commitment, the young disciple assured the master that he would diligently memorize every detail, expressing his heartfelt gratitude for the opportunity. After the first two elimination rounds in the Sky Sea Alliance tournament, the remaining 36 teams were set to battle it out in a round-robin format. Divided into 4 groups, each with 9 teams, Wu Lin's team aimed for the championship in their group. As they entered the arena, Shen Yi, the teacher from Shrek Academy, had a conversation with Wang Zhao. She questioned his decision to allow Ye Xinglan to cause trouble in the competition, suspecting it was due to his disciples' participation. Wang Zhao, with a sly grin, assured her that he was not concerned. Shen Yi, slightly flustered, realized the unwavering confidence Wang Zhao had in his students. She recalled the young boy with a mutant spirit essence from the previous day. Shen Yi suggested taking him to the academy for evaluation, but Wang Zhao declined, believing they should rely on their abilities. When asked if he was still upset with them, Wang Zhao admitted he held no grudges but was struggling with self-loathing.
Know the name of this manga, along with all the manga names of the recaps we did in our channel? How about also the chapter numbers our recaps end? You can simply ask the names in our Discord community for free or become a donor to get them all in one place. You can either be a donor in Patreon or be a member in our YouTube channel. Just scan this QR code or go to the link in the description to become a donor. Moreover, becoming a donor automatically makes you a VIP member of our Discord server with over tens of thousands of members.
Shen Yi pondered how Long Bing's love for Wang Zhao might have been different if he wasn't so stubborn. Wang Zhao then confessed to visiting Tiandu City recently, feeling unworthy of his teacher and too ashamed to return to the academy. Shen Yi disagreed, stating that his teacher was saddened by his absence. Shen Yi disagreed with Wang Zhao's plan of sending the children to Shrek to make amends with their teacher. According to Shen Yi, there were certain things that no one else could do for Wang Zhao, and he had to take responsibility and make amends himself. Meanwhile, Wu Lin was having a conversation with his teammates in the arena. The group competition was about to begin, and their opponents were already determined to be the team from Sky Sea Academy. Ye Xinglan expressed her concern for Wu Lin's previous injury, but he reassured her that there was no need to worry. Suddenly, Duan Xuan, the president of the Sky Sea Blacksmith Association, approached Wu Lin. He was impressed by Wu Lin's talents and regretted that he didn't participate in the last round of the forging competition. Wu Lin respectfully greeted the president and promised to work harder in the future. The president had an important offer to share with Wu Lin. He explained that Sky Sea City had a recommendation program for talented individuals, and he admired Wu Lin's talent for forging. He hoped that Wu Lin would consider coming to Sky Sea City to develop his skills further. However, Wu Lin felt that this was not a possibility for him. The president was taken aback by how quickly Wu Lin turned down his offer. He pleaded with him not to rush into refusal, but to consider his terms first. He went on to explain that Sky Sea City was the largest city on the eastern mainland, with a political and economic status that far surpassed that of the East Sea City. The resources their association could provide were far superior to those of the East Sea Blacksmith Association. Moreover, they guaranteed that all expenses for learning and practice would be covered until Wu Lin became a saint blacksmith, saving him precious time and energy that would otherwise be spent on making money. Additionally, they promised to help him elevate his cultivation to at least the Spirit Emperor level. Wu Lin seemed to be swayed by these arguments. However, he ultimately decided to decline the offer because he already had a mentor and remained loyal to the East Sea Blacksmith Association. The president's conditions were undeniably tempting, but Wu Lin couldn't betray his mentor. Despite the president's desperation, Wu Lin stood firm in his decision. The president left, reminding Wu Lin that if the day ever came when the East Sea Blacksmith Association could no longer accept him, the Sky Sea Blacksmith Association would always welcome him with open arms. Duan Xuan, along with one of his protégés, discussed the incredible talent of Wu Lin. The president couldn't help but feel a pang of disappointment as he remembered how Wu Lin had turned down his offer despite having access to more resources. If only Wu Lin's cultivation level had been higher, he could have attempted spiritual refinement in just 2 years with the right materials. Realizing this, Xuan knew he had to put in more effort to win over Wu Lin. Meanwhile, in the arena, the intense 3 versus 3 team competition was in full swing. Wu Lin's team had already started their match against the formidable opponents from Sky Sea Academy. One of them possessed 3 spirit rings, while the others had 2 each. The opponents cunningly decided to launch a simultaneous attack on Wu Lin, hoping to eliminate him first. One unleashed the Thunderwolf Claw, another used the Iron Shield Wave, and the third released a powerful Thunderbolt. However, Wu Lin, fueled by determination, had no intention of evading their assaults. He bravely confronted them head-on. With a swift motion, he unleashed the mighty Golden Dragon Claw and caught the Thunderbolt, causing his scales to disrupt the electric current. In an instant, the force of his opponent's attack was completely crushed. On the other hand, Wu Lin's blue-silver grass successfully entangled his adversary, leaving them immobilized. With his 1,000 refinement heavy silver hammer, he delivered a devastating blow to the opponent, who had shielded himself with a massive shield. The opponent was left astounded by Wu Lin's extraordinary strength, which far surpassed his own. During the match, the students from Sky Sea Academy soon realized they were no match for Wu Lin's team. Even when they joined forces, they couldn't hold back Wu Lin alone. Just when all seemed lost, ZC and Gu Yue launched a fierce attack, driving their opponents into despair. Wu Lin then delivered the final blow with his powerful Dragon Claw move, enhanced by his 3rd spirit skill, Iron Wall. The opponent's shield crumbled under the force, leaving them feeling overwhelmed and on the brink of defeat. In the end, Wu Lin's team emerged victorious. Shen Yi and Wen Zhao observed from box number 7, with Shen Yi particularly impressed by Wu Lin's leadership skills, mutated bloodline, and remarkable talent. He also admired Wu Lin's purple first spirit ring and overall physique. Wen Zhao, on the other hand, had a keen eye for spotting promising students. He predicted that if Wu Lin acquired 3 rings by the age of 15, his body would undergo another transformation. Wen Zhao then announced his departure, encouraging Shen Yi to stay and watch the remaining matches. Shen Yi, however, seemed disappointed. Meanwhile, in box number 3, the president and his prodigy also watched the match, with the prodigy being equally impressed by Wu Lin's combat prowess. Xuan, however, was unimpressed by Wu Lin's combat skills. He believed that if Wu Lin truly possessed talent as a soul, he wouldn't waste his energy on blacksmithing. Instead, he would strive to become a master of battle armor. During their conversation, Xuan inquired about Wu Lin's aspirations, of which he was already aware. Wu Lin had confided in him long ago, expressing his dream of becoming a battle armor master. The president's prodigy was determined to support Wu Lin in whatever path he chose. Despite Wu Lin's exceptional talent in forging and his innate strength and insight, his current cultivation limited his growth as a blacksmith. For him, blacksmithing was merely a mean to earn money, a secondary occupation that aided him in pursuing his goals. Both Xuan and the president's prodigy understood the immense difficulty of becoming a battle armor master. Their primary objective was to convince Wu Lin first to become a top-notch blacksmith, as it served as the foundation for his future endeavors. They had faith in Wu Lin's intelligence and believed he would make the right choice for himself. The president's prodigy sincerely hoped for Wu Lin to excel as a blacksmith, eagerly anticipating the rise of a divine craftsman in him. In the upcoming three-team matches, Wulin led his team to consecutive victories. Their winning streak caught the attention of other teams who were amazed by Wulin's exceptional performance. However, Wulin remained unfazed by the spotlight. He poured his heart and soul into every match, steadily honing his skills in the art of the controlling crane technique. During conversations with his teammates, they revealed that their next opponents were rumored to be incredibly strong, possibly the most formidable team in the entire group. These opponents were none other than the primary team of Sealand Academy, boasting 2 3-ringed and 1 2-ringed Spirit Master. Wulin rallied his team, reminding them that they were not weak and had to win to uphold the honor of Class 0. Meanwhile, at Sky Sea Stadium's box number 1, reserved for Sky Sea City officials, Long Huantian, the president of Sky Sea Academy, congratulated his counterpart Zheng Peng from Sealand Academy for their outstanding performance. However, Zhang Zhenpeng, the president of Sealand Academy, believed that Long Huantian was being too modest. In his eyes, Sky Sea Academy was the undisputed #1 team in the alliance, and no one could challenge their position. Brother Zhang had a special reason for inviting Brother Tian to the juniors competition. He believed their academy had exceptional students and wanted to discuss securing 3 spots for them. Shrek Academy only recruited students from large alliances and academies every 3 years, selecting the best talents. The Sky Sea Alliance had only secured 20 out of 120 spots for Shrek Academy. Sealand Academy always secured spots, influencing the distribution of places. Zheng sought Brother Tian for a unique request, the inner court quota at Shrek Academy. Training a student from the inner courtyard was a rare opportunity, and Zheng wanted to make it happen for the pride of Sky Sea. Despite their efforts, the Alliance had not secured a spot in the inner courtyard for years. In the inner courtyard of Shrek Academy, only 5 spots were available for the entire Sky Sea Alliance. Long Huantian found Zheng Zhenpeng's request to be completely unreasonable, but Zheng was confident in his students. He believed that they were truly exceptional and had a higher chance of being admitted to the inner courtyard. Not only would it be a great honor for the League if they could represent Sky Sea Alliance in Shrek Academy's inner courtyard, but it might also lead to an increase in enrollment from the Academy in the future, as they would witness the talents of these students. Meanwhile, in the arena, the competition was about to commence, and both teams were asked to prepare themselves. The Sealand Academy team was the first to be called upon. Zhang urged Tian to observe the students' performance during the competition closely, and if they stood out in the junior group, he should seriously consider Zhang's offer. Following that, it was the East Sea Academy team's turn to step forward. They had previously achieved 4 consecutive victories. Brother Tian found himself more intrigued by the East Sea Academy team. East Sea Academy had always been known for its strength in the middle and lower ranks, and these 3 students appeared to be exceptionally strong. They had also won all 4 of their previous games. Brother Tian wondered if Zhang had paid any attention to these students. Brother Zhang was truly impressed by the East Sea Academy team. He couldn't help but admire the young trio for their exceptional strength. If it weren't for the students from Sealand Academy, East Sea's winning streak would have likely continued. Brother Zhang's visionary nature was something that his brother Tian greatly respected. As they settled in to watch the match, the referee signaled for both teams to prepare. The tension was palpable as the match began. Brother Tian noticed the twin sisters on the opposing team, each with their unique spirit essence. Zhou Tianer possessed a soul wood at level 8, while Zhou Hanyu had an ice spirit. Their talents were truly remarkable, especially Hanyu's rare ice attribute. As Wulin faced off against them, he realized they were elemental spirit masters. Despite the challenges, Wulin remained focused and determined. Just as he prepared to strike, one of their opponents unleashed an ice wall. Wulin crashed through the ice wall with sheer force, leaving the twins in awe. Tianer swiftly ensnared herself and Hanyu with vines, creating distance between them and Wulin. Determined, Wulin charged towards them. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, Z made a beeline for Wang Dongqi. Dongqi, impressed by Z's agility, prepared to use her thunderbolt to immobilize him. As she unleashed her silver snake fury, Wulin observed the unfolding situation with a sense of unease. The twins appeared captivated by the spectacle, but Wulin sensed trouble brewing. Dongqi raised her sword, ready to strike Z. Little did she know, she had fallen right into Z's trap. Z swiftly employed the Ghost Shadow Perplexing track, effortlessly dodging all of Wang Dong's attacks. His movements became unpredictable, catching her off guard. She started to question if she had underestimated his abilities. Filled with anger, she decided to unleash her third spirit skill, the Silver Snake Fury and the Light Dragon Storm. Meanwhile, on the other side of the arena, the twins had ensnared Wulin in an ice cage empowered by the ice spirit. The cold energy seeped into his body, making him realize that the twin sisters were much stronger than he had anticipated. He couldn't let the match drag on any longer, so he unleashed the Golden Dragon Claw. With a shout of Gu Yue's name, he broke free from the ice cage, leaving the twins astonished. It was clear that they needed to regroup quickly and come up with a new plan. One of the twins released her third spirit skill, conjuring a massive wall of ice. Wulin dashed towards it, attempting to shatter it with his golden dragon claw, but to no avail. The twin then launched an attack on the airborne Wulin, causing him to crash to the ground. Dongqi scanned the area, puzzled by the twin's sudden disappearance. Approaching Wulin, she reassured him that she was fine, but expressed concern about the ongoing match. They needed to end it quickly. The menacing stare from one of the twins sent a chill down Wulin's spine as she manipulated the elements around them, revealing her mastery of the heart of the elements. The essence of the element resides within the heart of the element itself.
Don't forget to like and comment for the next part. Join our Discord for the name of the book and subscribe for more videos from us.